Hello and welcome. Today we are going over the 2014 Lexus RCF, the Japanese muscle car, and we're gonna see how good it is in Gran Turismo 7. So if you guys do want to enjoy this video, don't forget leave a like and subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content. Now, the Lexus RCF, this car comes standard with a 5-liter V8 engine producing 469 brake horsepower. With it having a front engine rear wheel drive setup, it means that bone stock, this vehicle is going to be a lot of fun. Now the car does come in at a weight of 1790 kgs, which is 3900 pounds, so it's not particularly very lightweight. However, it's not overly heavy. Now when I say this is the Japanese muscle car, it fits the muscle car category to an absolute T. Firstly, it needs to have a big V8 producing big power. That's exactly what you get with this car. It needs to be 2 doors. That's exactly what you get. And it also needs to be front engine and rear wheel drive. And that is exactly what you get with the Lexus RCF. Now coming around Kyoto driving park, coming up to the first corner, you're clocking about almost 230 kilometers per hour before you need to slam on the brakes to make the first turn. Now, just like an American muscle car, you are gonna feel that, or you are gonna notice that the Lexus RCF is a bit bolty. Yes, the car has a bit of body roll and there's actually quite a bit of understeer. The car could do with a lot of tweaking to the performance, which is what we're gonna do in a bit. But for now, when it comes to acceleration, the car is quite responsive. It's not lightning fast, but it still responds effectively. I do feel like the weight does hinder the overall acceleration of this vehicle, so with some weight reduction we should see a massive improvement. Now with top speed, as I said, you'll find yourself clocking about 230 kilometers per hour down the main straightaway at Kyoto driving park, which look isn't really that groundbreaking or revolutionary, because it's not. You'll find other sports cars traveling at 250 to 60 kilometers per hour stock, so this isn't really setting the standard extremely high. However, it's still an absolute blast, because when it comes to cornering, yes, if you can overcome the first initial bit of understeer, well, you can get this vehicle to step out and you can just have a whole lot of fun with it. You can slide from corner to corner and just have an absolute smile on your face. However, if that's not your cup of tea, you do not have to have the vehicle slide out. You can get it to go around corners you can get it to go around corners relatively fast and just have an overall good track day with it. Now around Kyoto driving park, you're gonna find yourself sitting lap times around the 1 minute 52 second mark, which isn't incredibly fast, but for it being bone stock is relatively decent. So now if we head on over from Kyoto driving park to the tuning shop to see what improvements we can do to this V8, well, we see that after spending a lot of money on a lot of upgrades, like a lot more upgrades than I expected, however, we cannot add a turbocharger or supercharger to this V8, and because of that we're gonna come up to a grand total of 747 brake horsepower and a weight of 1235 kgs. So yes, we pull out quite a bit of weight from the vehicle and add quite a bit of power to it, so this should be a good build. However, I do feel like if we had the ability to add a supercharger, we would have seen this power being almost in the 900 region, and if we had the option to add a turbocharger to it, oh, this thing could have been pushing almost 1000. However, sadly, that's not the case with this vehicle. It's naturally aspirated, but we can't complain about a naturally aspirated big V8. So now if we head on over to GT Auto, we can see what customization we have for the Lexus RCF. Now this car, we have 2 options for the front splitter, we have 2 options for the side skirts, we have 2 options for the rear diffuser, as well as 2 options for a rear wing, as well as a fully customizable spoiler. Now when I say the customization for the RCF is actually good, I like the choices that we get. They are small differences that you may not pick up on, but they are tasteful pieces to just accentuate the vehicle and just make it look aggressive and a bit more attractive. So now with the vehicle having max downforce, being on racing soft tires and being fully upgraded, we see the vehicle have a performance points rating of 770.55 performance points. Now this is without a wide body kit applied to it, and that is very high. Now if you want to think of using this vehicle for money grinding purposes, I wouldn't really suggest it. If you want to use the Lexus RCF for money grinding, you need to go and pick up either the group 4 vehicle or even a group 3 vehicle to just make your life a lot easier, because with those cars they're more adapted to money grinding because of just the better fuel efficiency. That's the real downside with the road legal RCF. This car, its fuel efficiency is its biggest downfall. However, the power that this vehicle produces is just absolutely amazing. Like coming down to the end of the main straightaway on KL to driving park, before heading into the first corner, you're gonna slam on the brakes doing over 280 kilometers per hour. That is a massive difference over standard. So the car just feels so much more aggressive. Now with the suspension being a lot stiffer, that body roll of, you know, the typical American muscle vehicle, that's gone. It's out the window. It's not present anymore. It's such a solid vehicle. There's no understeer. However, all that understeer has now turned into oversteer. The vehicle is so quick to want to step its rear end out. It's so exciting, it's exhilarating to drive, and it's just so fun. No matter how you try and take it, you are gonna end up having a smile on your face. Now look, no traction control on, it can be scary at times. However, once you do manage to get a grasp of how to control this vehicle, you can set blistering lap times around a 1 minute 32 second mark around KL to driving park. That is up there, supercar level of lap times. I mean, this Lexus is setting similar lap times to the McLaren MP4-12C. So you can get what I'm saying, as the Lexus RCF is such a fun vehicle that I feel is a bit underappreciated, because even if you check in like multiplayer lobbies and just online, or you don't really find people talking about the Lexus RCF. But this is such a good overall street car that, look, for the WTC 700 you can use it. However, you are gonna need to refuel after a second lap, and you are gonna be setting lap times over the 4 minute mark, which doesn't really make it the best, but you can still use it. It's such a fun vehicle with ample power, and it just gives you a fun experience every time you get behind the wheel of it. And that's why I love the Lexus RCF. This car is just such a joy and a pleasure to drive, and if you haven't tried it out, I really recommend it. Now the car will set you back 95,000 credits, so it's not even like you're gonna break the bank trying to afford this vehicle. It's relatively cheap. A vehicle under 100,000 is affordable even if you're a beginner. It's such a fun vehicle and capable of competing with some of the fastest road legal cars in the game. So with all of this being said, if you guys did go on to enjoy this video, don't forget, leave a like and subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.